Can you explain to me this Antonio Brown helmet deal?
Man,
Like why it matters so much?
I get where he's coming from. I really do. You get comfortable with a certain helmet and just certain equipment, period, and you want to wear it. But you control what you can control, man. Like, you've already went through a grievance and you were denied. You found a helmet. They're telling you we're not going to let you wear this type of helmet. Just get a new helmet. I understand where you're coming from, but you're not going to win this battle. You're not going to win the battle. And I don't think he understands. He does. He probably doesn't care because he has enough money. He's going to play 2 or 3 years in the league, and he's done. He's not going to play more than 3 years, including this year. He'll play 3 years max with the Raiders or 2 with the Raiders. He's done.
Why?
Nobody's going to want to deal with it. You're going to be 30. He'll be 34. He'll probably get picked up later on that last year, and you can't do this towards the end of your career. You have to shut up and just play football. The Steelers and Tomlin put up with it. He's 31. We're not putting up with this no more. We're going to trade you for a third-round pick. No. You got to just chill. You see what Mike Mayock is fed up.
Yeah, no,
man, you either all in or all out. Like, he's already haven't played one game and you're fed up. So now when the season starts and you're not getting the ball, Antonio Brown hasn't.
Yeah.
When you play a regular season game and you're not getting the ball and you do anything, you already pissed him off. You done already used up all your mulligans and you haven't even played a game.
I think Drew Rosenhaus is part of the problem.
But honestly, when has Drew Rosenhaus been part of the solution?
I
go back from when he had T.O., he had Chad.
Yes.
Like, he has to give advice.
He does not
for
give
the betterment of the player and not what the player wants to hear.
He doesn't, though. He's an echo chamber. And I would guess he would say, like, look, this has been a very successful business for me. My counter to that is, how many of your players would have had longer, better, more sustainable careers? Chad Johnson still had juice in the tank when he got cut by Miami.
100%. Chad could play right now.
T.O. could play right now.
Right now.
Right, but they never had somebody who they believed in, that believed in them, that could also tell them the honest truth.
100%. That's like.
Okay,
yes.
So he's part of the problem, and this is. Like, you can see it coming a mile away. Be like, oh, guy who's got a huge ego, guy who's super quirky, guy who wants to do it his way, represented by Rosenhaus. You're like, this is not going to end well.
What do you do? We'll role play. I'm Antonio Brown. I call you. Drew, man, this is some BS, man. They won't let – I'm not playing. They don't let me wear my helmet, man. Like, we got to figure this out.
All right, here's my plan. I have a plan in place for you, AB. Here's my plan. Okay?
The only plan I care about is the one with wearing my helmet.
I got you. I hear you. Okay, but we missed some practices because of your feet. Okay, we missed some practices because of the helmet. The league has shot it down. So here's my plan. I'm going to hire the absolute best lawyers in the country. Meanwhile, I need you to put on a new helmet and just go out there and practice. Okay, we'll worry about week 1 in 2.5 weeks when we get to week 1. Right now, I just need you to go and practice.
I've already tried different helmets in offseason and OTAs. I didn't like them.
It's not a question of liking them. This is what we have to do right now, while I will sue them with the best lawyers in the country. That's the best possible option we have.
And a sane person would say, all right, Drew, let's rock.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like, when you get that, that's what you should say is, okay, I got you. For whatever. I don't know what he's doing, man. Like, it baffles me that you don't understand what you're doing to yourself. You are a first ballot Hall of Famer, but he's going to see, had he done everything by the book in Oakland, he'll see that Carr is not Ben Roethlisberger. He's going to see that real quick. His targets will drop. His production will drop. And he will still be a Hall of Famer, but it won't be as, wow, as first ballot. That's not going to be the case because, number one, you're doing this, and number two, you play with Ben Roethlisberger your entire career, and when you leave him, and this is what happens, he's going to have a drop in production.
All right, I want to ask you about this Zeke Elliott deal. Okay, so Zeke Elliott's training in Cabo. He wants to be the highest paid running back in the league. He wants to be paid above that level of a running back. And if you go back to Saturday night, the Cowboys playing in Hawaii really against the Rams twos. Rams didn't really bring their ones, even many of them on the plane.
They left them home.
They did. Sean McVay actually we went to his training camp for my show. The Doug Gottlieb Show airs 3 to 6 Eastern, 12 to 3 Pacific on Fox Sports Radio. So we went to training camp, and Sean McVay told me, like, off air, he's like, look, I'm going to do whatever I can to not take guys. Their trip was they went up and scrimmaged Oakland for a couple days. Then from there, they went to Hawaii. And the Hawaii trip was leave Thursday, back Saturday night. He's like,
I was actually at the practice Wednesday. In
Oakland?
No, out here.
Before they left?
Flew out, yeah.
Yeah. And so I'm sure he's probably said the same thing to you, which is like, like I'm going to do whatever I can to protect my guys.
Yeah.
So anyway, that said, was it Tony Pollard, who's the rookie out of Memphis, has a good day, right? 5 carries, 40-something yards, looks explosive, running downhill. And this is the back and forth between a reporter and Jerry Jones after the game.
What's your best negotiator with Zeke?
Who?
Pollard.
Zeke who?
He went on to say, like, look, we think he can add a lot to what Zeke does. Nobody's better than Zeke, whatever. So Zeke's agent comes out and says that was disrespectful. Didn't find it funny. You're a former player. Now, obviously, you're not the crazy kind of former player. Did you find that to be disrespectful?
I wouldn't say disrespectful, but obviously Jerry Jones said it tongue-in-cheek, and it was a joke. You can tell. You can tell it was a joke. But you got to understand this, Doug, is when the agent comes out and says what Zeke said he felt it was, I'm sure that was more so the agent. They know what they've been offered. They know what the Cowboys have offered them and what they've counter-offered and what they want from the Cowboys.
Right.
They know what's going on behind closed doors. And so when Jerry Jones says something like that, it rubs them the wrong way because they're privy to everything. We're not. And so I can see why he's somewhat upset. Had he come out and said, put on social media, if you feel that way, trade me, and then put JK like he's just kidding, would they take that as a joke, or would that be disrespectful? He hasn't said a word. Ezekiel Elliott, he hasn't said a word. I wouldn't say disrespectful, but I thought it was odd. And their reaction, I think, is fair because we don't know exactly what's going on behind closed doors and what's been said and what's been relayed back and forth.
No, I do think that, like respect in professional sports, a lot of it is about your contract, right? Like, if you really respect me, you will pay me.
Oh, man. Jerry Jones. We love Zeke. He's the best back. Man, don't tell me. Show me. Show me with the dollars. Show me.
On the other hand, he is under contract. They literally have no cause, if they don't want to have to pay him. He's under contract this year. He's under contract next year. Then they can franchise tag him for 2 more years. They got 4 years if they'd like to. He can go nowhere else and play football.
You are correct, but when you have a chance to have a special season,
that's the leverage that he holds. That's the leverage that Dak holds. That's the leverage that Amari holds. Like, that's the only leverage that they hold is like, hey, I just won't play. But the idea that you're offended by what was a very obvious, funny joke, cute little joke about a rookie playing against the twos in a game that no one takes to be the end all be all. I think we're looking for a reason to be offended. That's how it feels like to me. It feels like the guy that sits around and says that's racial. Man, that's racial, man. That's racial.
Antonio Brown.
Yeah, that's racial.
Yeah. When you don't have anything to say, you just say something that will kind of deaden the conversation.
Right. That's racial. That's what it feels like here. Like, no, that's offensive. Like, no, it's really not. No one thinks that Tony Pollard's better than Ezekiel Elliott. And obviously it points to the insecurity of running backs thinking they can be replaced by a 4th rounder. Right? It's the Todd Gurley was better. C.J. Anderson was better than Todd Gurley. So, I look at it and I'm trying to figure out why you would possibly be so offended.
You have to come out and say something.
No, you don't.
You have to.
No, you don't.
If they ask you for a response, what do you say? Oh, it is what it is. He said what he said.
I don't know. You don't have to respond to everything. You don't have to respond to everything.
The reason he feels disrespected is because he's the offense. The offense runs through him. And yeah, he is under contract. And his only leverage is I'm the best player on the team offensively. The offense runs through me, and we have a chance here to do something. We bring everybody back on defense. We should be better. Offensively, I think they're going to be much better with Kellen Moore running offense and John Kennedy there coaching the quarterbacks. They're going to surprise a lot of people with the creativity that they're going to have on offense.
And would it be fair to say he won't be as vital? He's a vital weapon, but I don't think it'll be all Zeke all the time.
No, and what people aren't taking into account is also is the verbiage different? He hasn't been there. What will he have to learn? What will he have to pick up? Football is universal. We speak the same language, but there's some things that are a little different, and so it will be an adjustment period for him. It's unfortunate, man, but it's what you said. Don't tell me how much you love me. Don't tell me how much I mean. You show me by paying me.
Hi, I'm Doug Gottlieb from Fox Sports Radio, and you need to subscribe to the Fox Sports Radio YouTube channel where you can hear and see me. Why not? Plus everybody else who's awesome here on Fox Sports Radio.